4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't think that people fully understand the impact of those who are willing to be courageous and cut against the grain. The Revolutionary Communist Party, founded, led by my dear brother Bob Ovakian. No matter what political and ideological differences I might have, my deep love for him and you all in terms of your focus on what my Bible calls the least of these. Franz Fanon called the wretched of the earth, their preciousness, their humanity sitting at the center of the vision of the Revolutionary Communist Party. In terms of your critique and resistance, we wrestle with Brother Andy and my dear brother Carl Dix. I've been to jail many times. I go to jail anytime that brother goes to jail, along with some sorry no J&M. Brother Andy as well.
We will be there.
But I just wanted to just stop just for a moment for people to see what happens when someone catches on fire, falls in love with poor and working people like Brother Avakian, and never sells out, never sells his soul. Is consistent decade after decade after decade after decade. Black Panther Party to 2020. That's a rare thing. People need to take note of that. Young people need to acknowledge that. That's not something that you do by means of osmosis. You have to have fundamental commitment and dedication to the hell and suffering and social misery of poor and working people. And he has held up that bloodstained banner. So I want to just begin with that, because it seems to me that if we focus on the ways in which the predatory capitalism, the ways in which it's tied to white supremacy and male supremacy, linked to militarism abroad, driven by imperial forces, grounded in predatory capitalism, then we began to see what we're really up against. Why don't we have masses resisting in the street? At Charlottesville, if Charlottesville can bring 21 right-wing neo-fascist groups together, we ought to have 35. And we had to raise the question, why is it that we don't have masses in that regard? And part of it is the very system that the right wing is trying to call into question is itself decrepit. Because we can't defend a system that is crushing folk and say that somehow their attempt to overthrow it well, what would be the right language here? Their attempt to overthrow it doesn't warrant an analysis of the system itself rather than the smaller forces that are trying to do it. And what I mean by smaller forces is big money, Wall Street, big military, war profiteers that are sucking the wealth out of the economy. And you end up with these disoriented, confused, xenophobic, deeply patriarchal folk grasping for straws. They're the ones hitting the street. Right-wing activists. Where are our left-wing activists? Where are our revolutionaries? Where are our radical reformers? That's the question that we need to raise, it seems to me. Because I tell you that we felt this in Charlottesville. We looked around and saw thousands of folk with masks and shot with guns with ammunition in them. And here we got 22 pastors singing, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." You know, that's a keep sweat moment. Something just ain't right.